Alrighty, well. Alright, man, worst timing ever. Where's my flashlight? Hey everyone! So, in a recent video, I played around with some Ammolite, and I asked the question if you guys wanted to see the process of cabbing, but actually taking that all the way up to a ring. And yeah, the response was pretty unanimously do it. So I did some thinking, and I think that will be a rather short video. So, instead of making this a cabbing purely just Ammolite video, why don't we make this a making jewelry video? Let's just make some rings today. I'm thinking cabochons, I'm thinking the Ammolite, but I'm also thinking, let's play around with some gems, some gemmy gems. So, that's probably gonna take longest, so I guess, let's start with that, probably. Alright, so, to begin, I think we have to open up my box of tricks. This is some of my faceting grade rough. And I think, specifically, we're gonna use one of these. And I say that because I already have it on the top, so, yeah. This is Oregon Sunstone. And, yeah, I think it's gonna be awesome. Alright everybody, so we have the pavilion done, and we've got it transferred over to the next dop, so now we're going to do the crown, and it will be done. Also, I got my terminology major mixed up last time in the last video, and none of you corrected me. So I'm going to have to take points off at the test, because there will be a test after all of this. Maybe. I don't know. Don't hold me to that, because I'll probably forget about the test Also, if I'm getting terminology wrong, you know, yeah, I'll probably fail that test also. Anyway, though, so the terminology that I messed up. So this is a nice little stone that I made. The girdle is this little sidewall, which I did not call anything. What I was calling the girdle was this, which is actually the pavilion. That's the bottom of the stone. And then the top is called the crown. So, yeah, correcting myself on that front. Also, I don't know if you all can see this or not, but I don't know what's going on with me today, but my eye is so mad. You see that? See that? I'm sure you all are like, he's probably hungover. No, Theo doesn't drink. Theo has had like 2 beers in the last 7 months? 8 months? 8 months. So yeah, I mean, it's not likely. The more likely explanation is probably aliens or something like that, like a weird alien parasite, or, you know, like that one. What the heck is he on about? That's why I make such good coffee. Anyway, though, I'm getting way off topic. So, yeah, we're going to pop this back onto the fasting machine, get that crown done, and it will be ready for jewelryifying. So, these are thin little pieces of Ammolite, Ammolizzle, and they are on a backing. That backing is just slate, just because it's really easy to work with, nice and soft, works fast, but it's also sturdy. It's fairly rigid stuff. So we are going to go over to the tile saw, and I have to do it inside. So there's literally no way I can record and keep the camera dry, so I will be right back. Alright, here they are, trimmed down. These are some nice, workable sized pieces. So, set these down. Sorry, one sec. Oh, it's a disaster. Anyway, yeah, there's some really nice color in these. These are going to be very pretty. So, first things first, we need to get a low grit plate on the flat lap, because even as thin as these are, they are still too thick. We need to take the thickness down. After that, we will take it on the sides. Here's focus. Hey, you were doing so good today, man. Every video. Anyway, though, we will. Where's a gesturing tool? There's a gesturing tool. We will take it down just pretty much level with the stone. I don't want to do any shaping on the flat lap though, because here's the thing about Ammolite that no one tells you: it wants to break. It really just it wants to fall apart. So once we get down level to the Ammolite, I'm actually going to swap to diamond files to do all of my shaping, because it's just a lot easier and safer. Alright, so, as you can see, we have our Ammolite cabochons ready for the next step. So, they are very soft and extremely fragile. So, you cannot put them in a ring the way they sit right now. They need a little bit of special treatment. And when I say special treatment, I mean this stuff. I'd love to tell you the brand, but I don't remember it. And these don't actually have a wrapper on the tube. They come in a box. So, I'm sorry. I forgot. I'll see if I can figure out what it is. Leave it in the description, but I don't remember. It's just jeweler's epoxy, and it's good stuff, and it's really hard. It's adheres to itself well so that it domes, which is what you want, and it's also glass clear when it cures, but it's super hard. It's good stuff, is what I'm trying to say. While those are curing, let us move on to the last step of prepping for jewelry, and that is doing some cabs. So, I was trying to think of something cool that we could work on, and that, my friends, is some Larimar. And that is going to be some very pretty stuff. So, I'm going to go do some trimming, and I will be right back. An undisclosable amount of time has passed, which means the Ammolite is done. So let's take a look. These three are probably the best. So we've got this one right here, which has just wonderful red and some yellow and green in there. That is a lovely piece of Ammolite. That's going to be beautiful. And then we got this one, if I can pick it up. There we go. Which has some really nice color in it. Very pretty. And this one I think is my favorite, just because that thing is awesome. So much color on that one. That's some vivid Ammolite. Alrighty, so with that, we have all of our Ammolite done. We have our Sunstone cut, and we have our Larimar done. So let us get to making some rings. Alrighty, so we have our stones. So next, you're gonna need some bezel, and this stuff comes in like a gigantic variety of different shapes and sizes and whatnot. This is just some plain, regular, pure silver. Actually, no, this is argentium. Bezel, forget the gauge on it right now. This is 16 gauge half round bands. Again, argentium silver. I'm out of focus. Here, if we zoom in, focus a little better. There we go. And yeah, these Both of these come in spools, as you can tell, this one. But I am super low on my half round right now. And as you can see from this next thing, I'm super low on my back plate right now too. Alright, so next we take our clampety-doo. So we've got them nice and butted up together. So now they are ready to solder. So we're gonna get this right here. I'm gonna flip it like that so it's a little easier to get onto. Then we're gonna take this, which is just flux, put a little bit right there. And then we're gonna take, where is it? Here it is. Some solder, some solder. And I have marked them just so I know which one is which. The red is medium, and then the green is soft, which means they melt at different temperatures. Soft is really good for, I like to use the soft for connecting the cups to the bands. That way nothing else gets up to a high enough temperature, and you don't need to see it. Usually the difference in hardness is what decides how high of a polish you can get. So on something like the cup, where, you know, you're definitely going to be seeing that joint, I always use medium. Alright, so bezel is nice and cleaned up. So I'm going to lay this down right here on my last tiny remaining strip of back plate. And I'm going to mark this. I know, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking to yourselves, man, that's a lot of waste. Well, I do have a foundry, so I keep all of my scraps and I actually melt it back down and then cast it into various stuffs. Now, we're going to take a refractory brick, which, life hack, is actually just a brick of plaster of Paris. Works literally the exact same. Always use this stuff. And yeah, we're gonna lay it down like that, put some solder around the rim, or some flux around the rim, and then I'm gonna clip off little pieces of this and lay it around the cup, and then we'll heat the whole thing. Obviously take the stone out first, but Alright, so next we have to tidy this up and get bands on it and whatnot, and, you know, just make a ring, basically, is the next step. But we have to do this twice, because this Larimar cabochon will follow literally the exact same process, so I'm just going to get it up to that point real quick. Okay, so those two cups are ready. So now we have a little bit of band right here. This is weird because normally I would demonstrate from the spool so you can see what it would actually be like. But yeah, my spool's gone. So we're doing some recycling today with rings that I wasn't impressed with. So yeah, we've got our band right here. I actually want this to be bigger than it is. So that doesn't matter though. We could stretch it. So what I'm doing right now, here I guess I can take it down a little lower, is I am putting it down together like this and then just kind of pushing down so that that flattens out. You can see that now we have a really, really nice joint right there. So now I want to do this, which is just going to re-round everything. There we go. And I'm just gonna do this, which I don't think it's gonna show up on camera. It's kind of a fine line, but I'm trying to get it down to that line right here. There we go. Perfect. Now that is exactly where I want it to be, and you'll watch if we pop it off. Now it is perfectly round.
Okay, so I have our base polish on both of these. They're covered in fingerprints at the moment, but believe me, they're shiny. So the next step would be well, okay, here's the thing. I have to do these in reverse order. So this one's getting the Ammolite. Ammolite is super heat sensitive. Also does not like abrasives. So we have to go buff this one completely before we put the stone in. This one, on the other hand, Larimar doesn't care. We can put the stone in and then go buff it. Alright, they're done. And they look fantastic. I'm really happy with them. But you don't get to see them until the end. It'll be more fun to reveal all three at the same time. So, now that those are finished, it is time to move to this little beauty. And yeah, we're going to do a prong setting. Alright, so, to start, where did I put it? Here it is. We're going to need more of that bezel. And here's our stone. Let's see here. I'm going to size this. Alright, that's actually like perfect. So, going to take our bezel, and we're going to do a little circle. Okay, sorry, that was hard to do. Every time I record, I have my hands way out, and I'm far away from stuff, so it's hard to see. So, we have bezel wrapped, and if you see that is 2 layers thick, focus. Sir, you've been so good today. We'll sit right like that, which is exactly where we want it to. I need to adjust it a little bit, but yeah, that's exactly what we want, actually. So, let me snip this really quick. Right about here. And now we solder. Alright, so now we're going to take some of this, which is very hard silver wire, and I'm going to cut off some lengths of this, and this is going to become our prongs. So, as you can see, we curved those edges. And yeah, now when we put the cup in, it will match the curvature a little better. The name of the game with soldering anything is to get as flush a fit as you can. Gaps are the enemy. So, by doing that, we remove that issue. So, now it is time to clamp everything up and, I guess, do the old soldering thing. Alrighty, well. Alright, man. Worst timing ever. Where's my flashlight? Out of flashlight. Disaster averted. Well, there you go. Anyway, though, excuse the fingerprints all over them. I had gloves on and then threw them away, and I'm out of gloves now. But yeah, there we have it. So that's how you make rings out of Ammolites. Just a normal, nice bezel cup ring, just for the fun of it, and a very simple prong setting, which I think came out looking very good. That's a beautiful stone. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. So, there you have it. That is ring making easy mode. Keep your eyes peeled because I have already ordered the stuff, so hard mode will be coming soon.
Alrighty, well, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you all enjoy. Oh my gosh, I just noticed how much red rouge I have all over my face. Alright, I'm going to go wash my face after this. Anyway, though, yeah, hope that helps any of you. I know this was more of a simple video, but this is kind of more to demonstrate the bare bones basics of how to make rings. And yeah, I'd say those are pretty basic. But, like I said, we will be doing more complex settings here pretty soon. I have stuff on the way that is going to be awesome. But yeah, let me know which one was your favorite. I don't know which one was mine. I love all that stuff equally. Like and subscribe, but only if I earned it. I'll have links to stuff's various things up in the description. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed, and depending on when this video comes out, we have something awesome planned next week. So, be excited. Bye.